Previously on Flashback.
And just going out on a random limb, I'm just gonna say, in Sylvan, why are you doing this?
I must escape! The last pillar glows, and a door opens on the back. And you walk out, and you haven't seen those trees before! Oh my god! So Nellis, when you walk out, the Wraith is not with you. She seems to have completely vanished. Parents and children and, friends are reunited and just sobbing in the forest. Serlin! Oh my gosh! Dead!
You're probably going to organize a search party and search out the remains in the camp, correct?
Oh, yes, absolutely. First thing tomorrow morning.
If possible, I would like to see if we could come with you.
The details of the smuggling operation.
You're gonna tell Sam?
Yes.
Oh my god! Are you kidding me?
Yes. I am busting that smuggling ring.
I've already left for food, so
Okay.
I can't get pissed.
So, Andrew and Brett, you
Oh.
are encouraging smuggling.
It's not me this time!
Alright, I'll have a talk with him. The villagers don't waste any time and begin preparing a great celebration to honor you guys. It is party time!
Woo!
The entire town is done up in lights. There is a huge bonfire with a roasted pig rotating on a spit. There is more food than you've seen since New Year's.
Woohoo!
It is fantastic, yes?
Is there a central area where, would be very visible to everybody?
Oh god.
Oh my.
No. Yes. There's a line of people with plates heading to the pig, and then there's a line after the pigs heading towards the vegetables and side dishes. And there's an open area in front that you could totally stand in.
Oh yeah, I'm so totally doing that. The tearaway pants are gone at this point.
Oh
and
my
I'm
god.
rocking out on my shamisen and trying
I
to
am
get as much
immediately
attention.
running up there.
Perform check!
Okay. Andrew and Brett, you don't even need to do a performance check. They're just yeah!
Am I near
Rock that
anyone?
budgie smuggler!
Am I near anyone who has a cape?
A cape?
Like a cloak cape kind of thing? I don't know.
Several
Shawl?
villagers. Yeah, several villagers have
I am
coverings.
just taking one, saying sorry as I do it, and I run up and just cover this man.
Okay, performance check first.
17 on the perform check.
Okay,
My
the
shamisen and singing.
group is impressed by the singing and stunned into silence by your display. Let's do a dexterity contest to see if she can get this cloak on you.
I just literally just want to cover it, thus,
Yeah.
hide his everything from the children.
His golden
Dexterity
reward.
contest. So
Oh.
dexterity.
14.
I'm gonna lose this one. 11.
Okay, you are cloaked.
Thank you, Kadia.
There are children.
Thank you, Kadia. You've made my performance more epic!
I cast a minor illusion and make him invisible.
Okay, wait. Can I borrow your minor illusion?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I think people will
You're
still hear.
invisible now.
I think
Well-
people will still hear his performance.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I'm cool with you playing a shamisen. I just need to hide his glory from the poor innocent babies.
I am gonna kick her while I'm rocking out.
do you know you're invisible?
I don't know, do I?
Why don't
How
you
does
make
that work?
a perception check?
I think he noticed the distortion.
I'm just gonna head
Well, he's
over to...
performing.
That's fair.
Well, okay, that's a 20.
Oh.
Yeah, you are invisible. How dare she? And when you realize you're invisible, the spell ends.
Okay.
It says on the card. Don't
Yeah, I
worry.
know, but
I was gonna say
I wasn't mad at you. This is because you're just like,
I was gonna say I've one time I was performing on stage and I didn't realize that I had cut my palm of my hand when I was performing. So I was dancing and then I looked at it and I saw just this red on my hand and I'm like, ah!
Oh my gosh.
So I would believe it if he couldn't notice it, but he did.
Yeah, he did.
Now I'm just gonna go over to Maeve with my salads, like, crazy couple of days, huh?
Let's not talk about it.
I quit.
Or
I
this.
go and get my fucking pig. I get my food. I sit down, gather the children around me. We on the floor.
We on the floor.
All the parents, what?
Maeve is looking over like, for once, that actually sounds really nice.
It becomes almost like a camp cheer. Well, the group around you, we are on the floor, and then over on the other side, we are on the floor.
What the hell? Holy crap!
Oh my gosh, Danilas, do you want to join in next time they do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are on the floor.
We are the floor.
We are the floor!
Oh my
Cause
God.
we are the floor!
And the parents have lost all understanding of what is going on.
You know, I'd love to see if someone actually tried to play rock music with a shamisen. That would be very
That'd be something to
interesting.
Google. At this point, Brett and Andrew come up to you, Solnellis,
Okay.
and they said, "Listen,
Okay.
let's see if I can do this. These guys aren't going to be really interested, but we're thinking about expanding our business. What would you say to a couple of quartermasters in your guild?"
Who are these two again?
Brett and Andrew.
The people
The-
you hate.
Yeah, the budgie smugglers. You know, we could check in with your supplies. And,
Under no circumstances!
We're not there.
I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
And we, if you need us to, we can obtain some rarer commodities.
And you're training as druids, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to join a guild, you're welcome to do so.
They offer their hands. Yeah.
I was gonna say, if Maeve is Maeve there? Because she was
Yeah,
with
I
you?
would like
Yeah.
love to make-
Yeah. So.
I do have one thing.
Yeah.
You saw how Shamu is.
Yeah.
Please, if this partnership is gonna work, all I ask is that you have to keep that to a minimum. At all.
Sure. We can keep it under the table.
Perception check to see if
You are the floor.
telling the truth.
You are the floor.
We are the floor!
All
We
right.
have the floor!
Because
I'd even make a deal on me.
yeah, Maeve is gonna be like,
It could be a really good opportunity. See if you can, like, find a way to use your skills, but in a good, legal way.
Right.
No, you get it?
perception check to make sure that they're telling the truth. That is
15.
15.
All right, they're gonna do a bluff check. Let's do. So that is a 12.
So
What was yours?
15.
15. All right. They're mostly telling the truth. When you get onto the legal bit, they kind of side eye each other. You know, they're gonna do some good work.
Maeve is gonna be like, guys,
We'll keep it away from Shamu.
I'm glad you're saying that, but but here's the thing. If you want to have a good reputation and to get better customers in the future, you're gonna need to learn how to do things right.
I see. They look at each other.
I know it sucks, but I promise you, if you do that, you'll get so much more business because people want to be able to trust you.
Right. All right. We'll make a deal.
Okay.
I can't do Australian. I'm
That's
trying.
okay. That's all I ask.
And they nod and they extend their hands once again, one to Maeve and one to Zilnelis, to shake on it.
well, you're not telling Shamu this until we get home.
And they
Oh,
say,
of course not.
Nope.
we'll pack up our stuff and we'll meet you in the morning.
and
Sounds
thus the conglomerate of misfits fits its name even more.
Rankle up!
You spend the rest of the evening just eating as much food as you possibly can. There's dancing and singing and games, and it's one of the most, the best parties you've ever been to. It rivals Eucorial. Like,
Holy hell.
Eucorial can do parties, but these are grateful villagers, and they just shower you with affection and gifts, and by the end of it, you made a pretty penny.
Maeve is still just like,
After I have had my fill of being Shamu, I'm
Is
going
that
to go.
possible?
No, but we'll pretend that it is for the sake of role playing. He's going to go and find Serlin and sit with them.
Okay, Serlin is actually surrounded by kids this time, and they're talking to him, and they're having a good time. And when he sees you, he politely gets out of the conversation and comes to talk with you. Are you having a good time?
Oh yes, I am having a fantastic time. And
I'm so glad. Wow, that was a crack.
You're going to
Excuse
puberty!
me, I'm hitting puberty.
Just smiles and says,
always keep this moment in the back of your mind, the rest of your life.
I finished my book too.
Oh, and
Hodo lived!
what did you think of the end?
I was kind of confused. Did Hodo die?
Well, you have to understand.
He went north! What is with north?
"You're not here. Silence, fool."
You have to understand it's symbolic.
Uh-huh.
In the realm of the universe, he did live. But he did metaphorically die because he's no longer able to be with the rest of the cast.
Oh. That's kind of okay, though, isn't it?
It
Because
is-
he's going on to the next adventure.
That is correct.
And maybe he's gotten too big for his pond.
That is a fantastic way of looking at it, Serlin.
Yeah. I hope I can be like Hodo someday. And get too big for my pond and go on to bigger and better things.
Smile.
Well, if this pond ever gets too small for you, the door will always be open with the conglomerate of misfits.
You really mean it, sir?
As far as I'm concerned, you are our newest member.
Oh. He just looks so proud. I'll do my very best, sir.
Mhm.
I'll make you proud.
In the meantime, I'm going to make sure Lucky's properly cleaned up from his misadventures.
Luckily, it's washable marker. Everything's fine with Lucky, and he has enjoyed that pig quite a lot.
Mhm.
Is there anything else that you guys want to do before the party subsides?
Mhm.
I don't think so.
I want to go see Zeke.
Zeke?
Yeah, he was kind of a good trooper there for a little bit. I just want to be, like, I don't need to have a scene with him or anything, but I just want to make sure that, Zeke knows he's appreciated. I want to make sure Elias knows he was appreciated. Our second in command, Eliza.
Erica.
Erica, excuse me. I got Elias and Erica together.
You get like hug after hug after hug of just kids that just love you.
I am basically just
I'm
going to go to
probably
every
going to-
single freaking kid and be like, you did it, you're the best, you did great.
I'm going to go to all the kids, too, and just give my atypical Shamu spiel about, because he loves kids and all that jazz, and keep your
You
dreams
also
alive.
get a whole bunch of hugs.
I'm gonna go over to like any fey creature in the village and talk to them.
Sure. Luminia actually found her parents, who are a pair of pixies as well, and they're kind of hanging out on one of the lanterns and just having, a lovely get together. And when they see you, they wave and speak in Sylvan, just like,
Yep.
"Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to see you all safely back here.
I can't thank you enough. Having my Lulu back in my arms. Oh, if you ever need anything, and I mean anything,
Whoa.
we're at your beck and call.
Holy shiz, you have new servants for tomorrow.
You just send a letter or send a magical summon, whatever you want to do. We're here.
I'll be sure to keep in touch.
Thank you so much.
Okay, next time you summon a pixie, it has to be Lulu.
Oh,
It has to be.
poor Lulu.
Think of all the crap we put those
Wait,
pixies through.
it's gonna be during the interlude. It's fine.
Fair enough!
Technically, I'm not a high enough level to summon a pixie because I can only summon sprites, not
Oh, damn it!
Oh.
Someday.
someday though.
Someday you can summon Lulu.
Yeah,
You know what? Lulu's a kid.
Okay.
You can summon her at any level. If you would like Lulu as your companion, you may summon her.
Okay.
So if you we'll come up with a roll for specifically for Lulu.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think that Maeve would do is maybe if she can, she would try to sneak away and like get away from everybody. Maybe go fly around for a bit just to be like, oh, that's a lot of people.
Luckily, there are no villagers that I can think of that have wings. So
Yep.
once you're in
Except
the
for
air,
pixies.
oh yeah, well the pixies aren't gonna bother her. So once you're airborne, you are alone and you're good to go.
She wouldn't notice anything while she's flying, right?
No, nothing of note.
Cool.
Just normal. No awakened trees. The forest is, as far as you know, back to normal.
Hooray! Cool. Yeah, that's all that she would do, to be honest. She's just like, attention! What do I do?
The party lasts late into the night as people get drunk and happy and just
Yeah, after the kids are like gone to bed, I'm gonna get drunk with the other people.
all right. There's so much booze and so much food and so much dancing and singing and playing and
Party's over for me once the green tea runs out.
Sorry.
That's
No,
all right.
that was the booze talk.
I don't know if I'm at the age of drinking.
I don't know what it is in fantasy world.
Actually, wait a minute. No one knows if you're underage and you drink anyway.
It's not like they're carding people.
Oh my gosh, do it!
She's only gonna do a few.
And that fear's gonna turn into a bitch ton.
And by the end of the night, everything started to calm down. There were some fireworks and
Probably
it was
most of
like-
them would be like, boo! Look at this guy, Bill's
I'm probably
drunk.
gonna start carrying unconscious companions back to their
Oh
bedrooms.
god, I just thought of drunk presidentation.
Oh.
Instead of
better
going
roll
up.
wild magic.
I
you're
did
good.
okay, but I can still see her just shooting them into the ground. Like she's just lying like sideways
just
on the
do that.
table, and she's like, "That's the sky."
You do the like Gandalf dragon and just face plant.
As I'm carrying her
I
back,
am the best.
as I'm carrying her back, that's not the floor. Or it's like, that is the floor.
I am the floor.
All the kids that are still like,
I can see the sound of the people.
Yeah, Maeve's not getting that drunk.
No.
Again, she doesn't know if she's underage, so gotta keep it on the down low.
Hold on.
okay.
Sorry, before I go to bed, like, Smellis, like, when the party's kind of dying down, Smellis is gonna, like, just kind of, like, look up in the forest back to where the camp was, and just gotta kind of stay there for a few minutes before going to bed.
Okay.
Stop being all druidy! That's my shtick!
You behold the majesty of trees. So many trees and nothing else.
Right.
Oh, actually, you did see a squirrel.
Oh hell, squirrel.
The animals are back.
Squirrel! Sorry.
The next day, most of the village has a hangover.
Including poor me.
Those who do not have hangovers, however, gather together to do the search. Is there anything in particular you're looking for in the search? I'm gonna kind of.
I think
I'm
we-
specifically looking for Philip.
Specifically
Philip.
looking for Philip.
I'm looking for,
Okay.
like, any clues as to what the wraith was, and, like, anything about the fairy godfather that...
Oh, that's a good thing. to
Surmise.
look
Yeah,
up.
that's actually the thing that Maeve was going to be interested about. She's
Yeah.
because like there
And,
was
like-
mentioned of him, but then nothing else.
Yeah, and, like, and also, like while the search party is kind of going on this, like, every time the story is like, okay, look, Sirloin said he saw a fairy godfather. The creature he described was not a fairy of any kind. And the wraith that was attacking us was a fairy creature. It spoke Sylvan to me.
Not really.
Yes.
Interesting. You guys search through the camp, and I am gonna kind of truck this along.
Yeah.
Yes, there's really no need to roll.
Yeah. That you do find the bodies of Philip. You do find the body of Philip just at the edge of the trees, right before it would have looped. So it looks like it was just like grabbed and just dropped by the wraith when she couldn't get out with it. There is no sign, however, of the wraith or the fairy godfather. As far as you're aware, the camp is completely normal except for the bodies and wanton destruction and scorch marks and, you know.
Do you try to go back to Serlin's secret place to see if it's still there, since...
You can. It is not. It's completely gone. In fact, where it was is just a clearing. As far as it appears, it never existed.
And the tree is there, it's not in the same place without the cave gone or whatever?
The tree isn't there either.
Okay, just making sure
Yeah,
that
the
whole
thing
thing was gone.
is gone.
We need to get a plant. We need to get a tree, just to plant it in the middle of the guild, and we need to start making one of those.
If we can find the seed for it, I'd be down.
We could give you one.
Yeah.
Yes, please and thank you.
Yeah,
I'd be down for that.
Would you like apple or peach?
A peach, please.
Okay, we'll get that
And
to you
we'll
at camp.
start with peach. We'll start grafting in the other fruit as it gets bigger.
Of course, the guy that I picked the Japanese music for would pick Peach.
You did choose a shamisen.
Yep.
So after the search is concluded, they take you back to Talonport. And when you return, the rest of the villagers have gotten over their hangover and have prepared a rather nice-looking cart for you and a couple of very strong-looking horses.
Oh, shit.
Motion sickness.
That's
I am the floor.
the kids that are present. We are the floor.
We are the floor!
I have taught them well.
You don't need to just turn into like a horse or a different animal and just walk alongside us. Would that be better?
I look at the horses.
I see you.
Yes, you see the horses. I won't give you crap over that.
Probably. Yes, I'll do that.
Okay.
All right.
And just when he turns into an animal, just Sylvan speaking.
Well, I'm not turning just yet. Just
Yeah,
until
no,
we have
that's-
some goodbyes.
Yeah, just when you do.
Yeah.
Most of the kids come to see you off. 22 of them, I think. And they give 21. Brett and Andrew hop on the cart and are ready to go. And the rest of the kids give you hugs.
Do I see that?
I probably. Give me a sec. The rest of the kids hug you and give tearful goodbyes and beg you to come back and visit. And just next time we on camp, can you guys come be our counselors?
Heck yeah!
Certainly.
I'm just gonna look
Absolutely.
at her. I'm just gonna look, like, lean over to one of the parents. Whoever's in charge, like, it doesn't have to be much. Just put a request for us, okay? Just so we have an excuse to use the portals.
All right.
Oh, right, portal. We don't have a portal out here. That's why we got you the card.
Right, but, we need to heads up and stuff and get
Right.
closer and all that.
Right.
But, super distance.
Right.
As I'm saying goodbye to the kids,
Remember, kids, the most important rule of life: always be yourself. Unless you can be me, always be me.
Holy hell.
But we're on the floor!
Yeah!
Flop, just face
Kids see this and flop.
I have to say it.
Everybody do the flop.
He just looks at them and is just smiling so brightly. I taught them so well.
Now there's someone conspicuously missing from this farewell. Serlin is not here.
Wait, where's Serlin?
Where's my baby?
Sam is there though, and he said he had some things to do. He said to say goodbye for him.
Aw.
Oh, but
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm just say goodbye to him first, but
You have a good boy there, Spam.
Thank you.
yes.
My name is Sam.
That's what I said. Same.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a thing,
Really?
isn't it?
It's a
It's
thing.
a thing.
Oh boy, you know what? I'm actually gonna tell you this. Listen, he gets everyone's names wrong, except for Serlin.
Wow.
That's how much he means to him.
I hold Lucky up in front of her face.
What? And Lucky!
You know?
No one forgets Lucky.
Lucky trills happily.
But he remembers Serlin.
Has he ever
Wow.
said my name?
I think sometimes, yeah.
But recently,
I haven't heard him call me by name actually.
I feel like
Last time I did was when we had the argument.
That's what I was
Oh,
thinking.
he
yeah.
said Kadia.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He's never called Maeve by name. He's never called someone else by
So
name.
now Kadia's just confused.
Oh, by the way, it is a new day, so you guys can get
Yeah,
your stuff
I
back.
said.
Yeah.
Okay, making sure you did.
And I now have a satyr with me.
Okay.
There's just a random
Hey,
satyr there.
boss. It's good to see you again, boss.
Well, it's a shame you missed the party last night.
Oh, sounds like it was a good one. What?
Just so no less knowing satyrs at a party.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I said it.
Yeah, no.
Well.
Woohoo!
The
Your expression.
I'm like, if you or your family ever need a place to go, our guild hall's always open to you.
well, thank you very much. And, I'm sure they'll be very excited. You guys have a safe trip, and thank you again. We can never repay you for what you've done.
Hey, Sam,
Yeah.
hold on to that kid, okay? In fact, hold on to all these kids. They're good kids.
Don't worry. They have bright futures ahead of them.
Yes.
I
Good.
agree.
We're excited to see. what
They've done
happens.
more than what we can do at their age.
Certainly.
Oh, I mean, I did okay.
And with that, you guys are off, traveling down the road.
Before I transform, I look at the two.
What the fuck are you doing in the cart?
Shamu.
We're going to pick up something for our parents, out in New Coriel. We figured we'd hitch a ride and make sure that the horses, stay good.
Sounds legit.
Yeah, we're looking at you too, sir. For those at home.
I'm aware you're looking at
yeah.
me. Who isn't?
Did the eye thing.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So you travel.
Okay.
About 10 minutes in.
Horsey.
Oh yes, you are a horse. About 10 minutes in, you're there. So let me describe the cart. It's decently sized. Think covered wagon without the cover. Just laden with supplies. Brett and Andrew are on the back, just having a conversation. And the most of the supplies is covered with a tarp. And the tarp sneezes.
I'm
Immediately stop. I look right at it, and I just think he didn't.
I'm gonna move the tarp in a dramatic fashion.
Hi, guys!
Hi! Does your dad know you're here?
Oh, yeah, he said I could go.
Okay, go.
Okay, then I don't immediately change back to myself and bound a board. I'm like, what are you? Okay.
No, it
I
is Serlin.
I trot over.
Only because I literally just told his dad, hold on to this kid. And it's like, fuck me!
No, Maeve is gonna reach out a hand and be like, welcome.
And he takes that hand and he's like, thank you! Yes! Very hard!
So, wait, why are you here?
I'm gonna join your guild!
Oh, cool!
I speak.
And
to
then
you.
I
It's
just
like,
kind of glance at
Why
him.
was he hiding then if his dad said he could come?
Zolin,
Probably.
if your dad said you could come with us, why are you hiding?
For a surprise.
That's what I was thinking.
You're adorable.
Oh, thanks.
Now just keep in mind, we will be going on some dangerous missions. You ready for that?
Oh, yeah!
Yeah! So, here's the deal.
Okay.
If you're gonna be in our guild, you have to train with Shamu every day.
I'd be so happy to!
Good. Shamu, are you okay training the kiddo?
Will you really teach me, sir? Will you make me a great druid like you?
Meanwhile, Maeve is just gonna kind of lean over behind him with like this with an awful like smuggler, like, well, are you?
Yes, I'll make you great druid like me.
If there's a way to capture,
What did he say?
He says yes.
Yay! And he jumps right on you and gives your neck a hug. Can I ride on you?
Okay,
The
there's
cart's kind of splintery.
gotta be a saddle somewhere in these supplies.
Yeah.
There you go.
He gets
For
on.
reasons only the DM knows, Shamu is feeling kind of.
And so
I'm gonna actually lean over to the two in the back while Shamu kid is too distracted. You're not going to town for your parents, are you?
no, we got recruited last night.
Welcome to the guild.
Fist bump ya.
I won't breathe a word to Shamu.
Shamu's gonna be so mad when you guys get home.
Oh, I'm gonna just throw in his face. We're called the Conglomerate of Misfits.
I like the name. Would you guys like a budgie? Just don't ask where we keep them.
I'm more just asking which one.
Oh.
No.
From seemingly nowhere, they produce a yellow and green budgie.
Oh my gosh, I want. Can I actually have both? Is there like. How to explain this? I have this girl.
They pull out another one exactly the same. We got
Yes!
It's alright.
You guys are the best.
We'll just take it in our paycheck.
Heck yeah. Jacqueline's got a bird I could give her now. They don't eat coffee, right?
No.
Cool.
More time passes as you travel along the road. It is you are in the northern part of Tikarak right now, which is the giant country. And Coriol is in the southern edge of it. So this is going to be a couple-day trip.
Yeah, I was gonna say if every now and then Maeve probably would just be like, get out and fly around and come back.
A couple hours into the trip, the kids, well, teenagers and kid, have all fallen asleep, exhausted from the events of the last few days.
I trot over to the cart so they can pull Serlin.
Yeah, I'll
and
take
not him falling
Serlin off and put him back in. Like, basically wrap him in his tarp.
There's gotta be an extra blanket in here somewhere.
But the
or something we
tarp
can use.
means something.
But
Well, at
he'll
least something
sweat
for a
like
pillow.
bitch.
Okay, fine.
So they're all
What?
asleep in the car.
I'm saying he'll sweat like a bitch in a tarp versus a
Fair
blanket.
enough. The tarp is his pillow then. Jeez.
All right. And as you're riding down the road, and you come over a hill, you get a view of a ruined town, overgrown with a strange budding plant. It's bizarre. It's very similar to the town you just left, Talonport, but it is destroyed, and this strange plant has completely overtaken the entire town.
Well, my druid
Ow.
nature friends, what heck is that?
Well, they're asleep. I'm the only druid awake.
No, well, he's technically a nature man, so, you know.
Knowledge nature.
Likewise.
Natural 20.
Wow.
So, let's see if I know that too. That would be a 18.
18?
Yeah.
Alright, you guys look at this plant, and it's strange. Somewhere in the back of your mind it seems familiar, but you've never seen this plant before.
How recently destroyed is the town? Is it old or is it?
It looks pretty old, like based on the plant growth, you would guess it was destroyed maybe a couple years ago.
Well, since I'm not pulling a cart, I can obviously go faster than the cart. I'm gonna, run ahead to try and.
Okay. Before you can get too far, a figure steps out from behind a tree. And this figure is beautiful. She has very long red hair and is covered in leaves and flowers, and she has a very pale green skin, but not in the sickly way, like she's plant-like.
Okay.
And she stands there and she holds up a hand to kind of slow you down and says, wait, don't go down there.
Knowledge nature as to what she is.
Okay. Here you go.
If she's a fairy creature, wouldn't I just recognize what she is?
17.
17. All right. The two of you recognize this as a. She doesn't really have a. I mixed her together between a few things. We're gonna call it an oak cart.
No card?
An oak cart.
Oak cart.
Yep. Oak cart. These fairies are. Fey creatures are the guardians of large forests. They are born from the oldest tree in a forest, and in that tree they leave their heart and spirit as they wander, and they are connected to this tree always by their hair. She, in particular, has a very vibrant red hair and green eyes, piercing eyes, and she smiles at you and says, "Thank you. I never would have escaped that place if it weren't for you. And I owe you so much more than I can fathom."
Moon Ivy Arbor handed over.
No.
Sorry, I had to.
Wrong edition, honey. She looks at the four of you and says, "Do not go down in that town.
Why
What is that?
not?
I think it had a name once, but every time I try to think about it, it's just beyond my mind. I think people lived there, the people of Talonport. I remember them waking up in the town and looking around and leaving, only to build the same town just a few miles off."
Weird.
How long has it been like this? Do you know?
I saw them leave about a year ago.
Okay.
Just a year ago?
Mm-hmm.
And it was the exact same people as the town over there?
You know, it's strange. Sometimes, when I'm not really thinking about it, I catch myself thinking there must have been more of them. But, no, there's always been that many. I mean, besides kids, but there's always been that many people. It's strange. But that town, there's something wrong with it. It's sick in some way. And those who get near it get sick. So
Are we sick?
No.
No, that town. Not the
That
that one.
town.
Okay.
People who get near it get sick?
Yeah. Not in a, like, puke your
Right,
lunch up,
but-
but they become odd.
Okay.
Odd in what ways?
I'm not sure. They don't act any different, but there's something about them that feels wrong.
Like they don't belong?
I'm not sure.
Damn it, you have me curious, woman.
I'm sorry. That's all I know.
I wanna go poke.
I wanted to give you something though.
Thank
Oh,
you.
cool.
Thank you.
for telling us what you know.
Of course. I wish I could do more.
No, it's okay. I understand.
And she offers a small box and says, "This is a ring of tree stride.
Ooh.
You may remember I was able to step between trees.
Yeah, I
from time to
do.
time.
Scared the shit out of me.
This ring will allow you to do the same. Unfortunately, I could only make one.
That's okay. That's fine. Thank
So
you.
that'll be up to you to decide who keeps it. And she places it in the cart for you guys to decide later. And she steps back and says, I must return to my tree. There is much to repair. But I have one final warning for you. The forest has been odd today. I felt it shudder, as if some great evil grows ever closer. Be careful, dear heroes. I don't know what it could be. And with that, she steps back behind a
Wait.
tree.
Can I at least get your name before you leave?
My name is difficult to pronounce, but the people that live here call me the Lady of the Woods. And then she steps behind the tree and vanishes completely.
Wait, I thought we had her teleport.
No, she made a ring for us to
made a ring.
use.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Maeve is just gonna kind of go silent and go off in her own little corner, thinking
Okay.
about what just happened.
This is stupid.
Mhm.
It's oh so stupid. So you said there's blooms, right?
There's buds.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand when no one's looking. I'm gonna take one of those buds, put it in a second.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check.
Do I get advantage because it's a ghost hand?
Yes.
Cool. 21.
Okay. With a 21, you are successful, but as the mage hand brings this bloom closer to you, it, coughs at you, and spores come out, and you get some in your mouth. And then you're able to put it in your bag without any effects. Yes?
Hold on. So, I was thinking that Similis, in character, would do the same thing as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So can I just say that instead I saw her do this, but don't say anything? For the sake of
Roll
story.
perception.
Okay.
Also, keep in mind you weren't looking for her doing that, so.
Natural 20.
Oh, yeah. You saw it. You saw it, and you saw her get blasted with these spores. Or pollen. Who knows what it is. And with that, we end the chapter.